Welcome and welcome back. I'm Mercedes. If you're new here, I make beauty, home, and now I'm diving into some fashion content here on my channel. I'm bringing you a first impressions and what fits inside of one of my newest handbags. It's a contemporary sort of mid-luxury, I don't even know, a more affordable handbag that I just picked up a couple weeks ago, and I thought that I would film it for you because I know this is one of the more popular colors for the season, for the fall as we transition from summer into fall. So if you're interested in hearing me do a review of the Brooklyn size 23 in this dark wine color, then keep watching. So this is the Coach Brooklyn in the size 23, if I'm not mistaken. I wanted to make sure I get it right because Coach makes this bag in 3 different sizes. They have a really large, more oversized, they have a medium size, and they have this mini / small size, which for me is right up my alley. This is a little smaller than most of my handbags, but only by a little bit. So I would say like somewhere between a small and a medium is probably my sweet spot. I don't like big totes. This is an open handbag. I'm gonna go through it. It does have stuff in it because I'm also going to show you what fits inside of it and give you my first impression. I know the Brooklyn is blowing up. I think people like the large size and the medium size, but again, for me, those are just too big for me. So I opted for the 23, and I opted for the 23 in the color dark ruby, which is a newer release, which I think is perfect for the fall. Let me come in here so that you can see. So it's this beautiful bag. It comes with this top handle. So it's this loop style top handle. And then there is this long strap, which is removable, which is so nice, by the way, to be able to remove this gold strap. So it comes with this beautiful gold strap. It's not too brassy. I would say it's more on the muted, more aged gold side, which is really nice. So it has these clasps on each end. And then you're able to attach the clasp to these rings. At each side of the bag, we have those rings. And then there's also a ring on the inside as well, so that you can attach something else to this ring on the inside, which hopefully you can see it. But otherwise, it has this magnetic closure on the inside. So outside of the magnetic closure, otherwise the bag is really, really open. I do know that this is a natural grain leather, which is really nice. And this color is just gorgeous. This color is just delicious. I don't even know what other way to describe this color. It has this beautiful grain running through this deep wine color. I mean, I refer to it as a deep wine. I know they call it dark ruby. That seems appropriate as well, I guess, Coach, if you want to refer to it as dark ruby. I want to cover what fits inside and tell you my first impressions of the bag. So inside of the bag, I have my keys, and then this little pouch from Louis Vuitton. I have a pair of sunglasses that I just keep in there at any given time. And I have these on yesterday. I just wore this bag yesterday. I will say that since I picked it up, I've been rotating between this bag and my Coach Tabby 26, which I just recently picked up. And then I have my wallet. So I just have a wallet inside of here. And you can see it doesn't match, but I just swapped it out. So then I usually have my hand sanitizer in, and in the moment I'm using this Purell one. I love the ones with the pumps, by the way. I just feel like they're very convenient. And then I have, of course, one of my Summer Fridays lip butter balms. This one is in the color Iced Coffee. This is their most recent re-release, by the way, which is one of my favorites. And then I also have a L'Occitane cuticle oil. I go between this one and one from Chanel. It looks like I took the Chanel one out. I prefer this one over the Chanel one, by the way. I just feel like the applicator is better. It's just a better product. And then apparently a receipt in the back. And that is it. It's kind of like a bottomless pit, except it's not that big. So it's indeed has a bottom. And then it just has this open pocket towards the back where you see my finger in, where you can just add cards. You could add your card holder. You can add receipts, which is what I had stored in the back of there. As you can see, when it's emptier, the magnetic closure closes much more easily. But either way, I find this bag to be just very functional. Even though it's small, you can still fit a lot inside of it, which is something that I really like. This color in particular, this colorway, also enables you just to add that nice pop of color for the fall. For when I go out, I can just have that pop of color. I'll show you some mod shots with what I'm wearing today. For the price, I felt like you couldn't beat it. It's really high quality leather. The one thing that's worth noting with this, and I really like that my sales associate was really open with me, which is the fact that the grain looks so different from bag to bag. That's something that's to be expected with the way they're made. But for you, you might want to, if you do pick yours up in store, obviously if you order online, you're subject to whatever comes from their distribution center. But if you are able to go in, you're working with a sales associate and you're buying it in one of their boutiques and they have other options, you are able to pick from the available options. For example, there was one that was really sheeny and shiny and it just made it look cheap to me personally. And then there was one that had really, really deep veining, which sort of changed the overall look and vibe, and I felt like pulled away from this deep red color for me. And then there was this one. It felt like it was like the Goldilocks. Like this was just right for me, where it had some veining. You could see the very beautiful veining in the bag. So you can see the texture, especially when I turn it to the side and the light hits it. However, it wasn't too much veining that it was distracting, and it wasn't too shiny. It was like it had enough veining in it to where it was really picking up on the beautiful leather itself. Another thing that I like about the Brooklyn that I'll call out here is the very minimal branding. So you can see the more traditional Coach branding right on the front of the bag. You see the tag on the side here, which you could get hot stamped. I'm not a fan of the stamping. They were really surprised by the fact that I didn't want to get any of my bags stamped. I just love the more minimal look on it. And that is why I'm liking the Coach handbags as of late. I felt like they moved away from the really chunky, what felt to me like just my personal style, more tacky monogram with the CC. They still do have options like that, maybe at their outlets, but in the boutiques you see them really going back to the basics and really elevating their design language in the new releases for their handbags, with just like leaning into the leather. Like the leather itself, like this bag is just giving already on its own. So this bag is available in different colors. It's available in a brass maple and then a black, which is beautiful as well. I'm kind of thinking black feels just too basic. If I get it in black, maybe I'll get the medium size. I actually love this bag so much that I am actually considering picking it up in the medium size. The Brooklyn medium is in the size 28. It comes in more colorways than the actual Brooklyn 23. It comes in this tan colorway, which I'll insert on the screen. It comes in black. It comes in stone, which is one of my favorite colors. It also comes in this dark ruby color in the size 28. And then the sizes that are sold out, which are the ones that are really popular for the fall, is in the color maple. And then it's also sold out in the suede, which I am considering. Like, I'm not usually a suede handbag girly, but I am really considering the suede. The suede is in the color cedar. I would love to get the cedar. That would be so dope, but we'll see. I'm not sure that I'll be able to get it at this point. It also comes in size 39. It comes in the same colors as the medium size. If you are a fan of the really large handbag, it's around $500 at $495. If that's your jam, you should pick it up. I'm gonna pack the items back into the bag and then go ahead and do some mod shots so that you can see what it looks like. And then I'm going to stand up so that you can see. Okay, it's nice. You can carry it on the crook of your arm like this. You could do it over the shoulder. It's a little short. For me, it would be very short. The drop on the handle is really short. It would be really hard for me to wear over my arm, but maybe you have skinnier arms. I'm a plus size girl, so for me, it would not really work out as well, but for you, you might be able to. But for the most part, for me, I wear it like this on the crook of my arm, or I wear it top handle, which is one of my preferred ways to wear it. Or again, it has this strap, so you are able to wear it as a shoulder bag. You can also wear it, because of that strap, as a crossbody. So to me, it's a little odd as a crossbody because this handle is so structured. It's a very structured bag, but you might not mind it at all. But for me, again, my primary ways that I have been wearing this bag since I picked it up is on the crook of my arm, as a top handle bag, and occasionally as an over-the-shoulder bag. If I'm doing something, if I'm in a store and I need to throw it over my shoulder at will, which is why I tend to keep this strap always on the bag. And if I'm not wearing it like that, I'll just throw it in and you'll get the little gold sort of accent sort of dangling with the strap, and you could even have it dangling out. I think that's why they have this little clip or D-ring inside of the bag, but hopefully you get a feel for the bag. We've come to the end of my first impressions, what fits inside of my Brooklyn Coach bag in the size 23 and in the color dark ruby. These aren't the type of videos that I typically make on my channel, but I do enjoy these types of videos. If you're still here, thank you for watching. If you have not already, you need to like this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this Brooklyn size 23 in this particular colorway. Thank you for watching, and until next time.